Welcome to Waddy Christian Church. You've heard that a lot, right? Well, maybe it's been a little while. Come on inside. I want to share some things with you. So I was out walking the other day and I saw this woman with this really cute t-shirt that said, "I love my church." And I thought, I love my church. Don't you love your church? We love Waddy Christian Church. But maybe we need to find ways to support Waddy Christian Church. So we came up with some ways that you could better support your church that you love. And the first one, of course, is the one that we need to lift up over and over and over again. You need to attend regularly. You need to be here. Your smile, your vibe, your presence is what makes this church fully great and makes us love it all the more. 2 Corinthians tells us, remember this, whoever sows sparingly will reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will reap generously. You know what that tells me about ways to support your church? To give generously. To give what you can and watch God grow it to its fullest. Matthew 5 tells us, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. God gets the glory when we selflessly volunteer and serve others. It shines a light on Him and His love for humanity as we do. So one way to support your church is to volunteer joyfully. In scriptures, the word fellowship is called koinonia. It means holding something in common. Specifically, shared beliefs, convictions, and behaviors. Christian fellowship, then, is essential to distinguish biblical guidelines and discern the best ways to live in this dark world as followers of the light. So you want to support your church, you have to fellowship purposely. You want to support your church, then you're going to want to bring people consistently. You want them to know that you love your church, and you want them to see the ways in which why you love your church. So you want to share with them, hey, we're doing this on Sunday. Hey, we're doing that next Sunday. Why don't you come with me? That's how you support your church. Here's the other thing to support your church. It doesn't mean just coming and sitting and hating the existence and just doing it because. It means showing up energetically and showing that you love Jesus. That's how you support your church. Here's the other thing about sharing and supporting your church. It's about sharing willingly your love of Jesus. It means when you're out and about that you smile at the strangers, that you share in your good fortunes with those who have so little. It's about sharing Jesus willingly. That's a way you can support your church. We have all faced times of wavering and tired faith. In those times, we need our brothers and sisters in the faith to encourage us to keep going and stand strong. Hebrews 10 tells us, let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, but encouraging one another all the more as you see the day approaching. In other words, do it even more as you see the bad things taking over the world and happening all around you. You want to support your church? Then you should encourage faithfully. Philippians 4:6 tells us, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. One way that you can support your church is to pray fervently. What does fervent mean, you might ask? It means impassioned, forceful, passionate, heartfelt, powerful, or wholehearted. It means lifting to God everything that is you and everything that you want to be. That's how you support your church. If you're still saying to yourself, how can I support my church? One other way that I know of that is a surefire way of supporting your church is to love radically. Love has many names and faces, and few can claim to be immune to its effects. There are different types of love, but a radical love amongst all loves is one that is whole and complete and thorough. Like a radical change, it completely overhauls the existential standards. Radical love, then, is a love that is not fractured in its expression or experience. You know, when Jesus is talking about love, he says that we should love your neighbors, you should love your enemies, you should do good for those who hate you, you should bless those who curse you, you should pray for those who mistreat you. All the things that we think are the other things to do. Even sinners do those for things that they love and that are good to them. But when you love your enemies and do good for them and lend to them without expecting to get anything back, then your reward will be great and you will be children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked alike. That's how you support your church. So you want to support your church? You have to be here. You have to attend regularly. Want some more incentive? How about some things coming up? Next Sunday will be the blessing of the backpacks. The 14th, we're going to have a meal and a board meeting. All of these things are things for you to get involved in the community so that these pews don't have to stay empty. Attend with us and love together. Let us support our church. I really hope that you'll take into consideration all the things I've shared with you. We love our church and we want to support it. So now we want to see you next Sunday. Bye.